When did that one family member realize they were not all that? The day of the rehearsal dinner, I heard my sister tell my niece, if you marry him, you'll end up like your aunt, broke and begging for help. My niece Lori had been dating her boyfriend William for 3 years. He was the only guy her mom never approved of. Also the only guy who never cheated on her or used her for money. Janet was always subtle about her dislike for William, but she just presumed eventually they'd break up, so she never said much. Well, they didn't, and that's why everything came crashing down at the wedding rehearsal. It all started when William showed up in his dented Nissan. He jumped out with a huge smile and rushed around to open Lori's door and offered her his arm. They seemed so happy, but both their faces dropped the second they saw Janet looking at them. Her face was already dark, and when they walked up to greet her, she stiffened up. She wiped her hands after shaking William's, and when he walked away, she zeroed in on him like a hawk. Before he could even make conversation with anyone, she approached him with that two-faced smile and loudly asked if his suit was from Goodwill because she recognized their tags. William didn't react to her comments. He just smiled and mentioned he enjoyed thrift shopping for environmental reasons. That seemed to make Janet angrier because she turned to her son and snarkily whispered, I hate when the lower class try to fit in. I jumped to defend him, saying that he looked perfectly nice, and she immediately turned to me with that sharp look to say, isn't your house payment coming up? My stomach dropped. My husband had left me with $400,000 in gambling debts I never knew existed, and she'd been covering my payments ever since. She loved hanging it over my head, so I just swallowed my pride and went back to the party and prayed Janet wouldn't say anything else. But during cocktails, she escalated. She questioned William's consulting work and implied that's what everyone says when they're between jobs. William said that he could provide for Lori and she didn't need to worry, but Janet scoffed and said he couldn't trust his word because of his appearance. Lori told her